All right. So happen to pass by this video. I haven't done one of my videos in a while. Um, haven't done one of my videos in a while, but Abba and Preach. I mean, this was posted a year ago. I remember seeing this trans person's video. Other people had talked about it about a year ago and everything, but I'm still even at a loss for words. I'm still even at a loss for words watching this video. I think I did at least a Facebook video to this back then. I'm not exactly sure, but I do remember watching his whatever video that they are about to talk about back then, and it just I watched this video and I'm not sure who is who, if Abba's the one that's on the left and Preach is the one on the right, but I'm with Preach where it's like, he didn't even really want to do the video because it was like, I'm done. I'm done. And he just, he didn't even want to deal with the video because it just, but I thought about it as I was watching it and I was like, do I even really want to talk about this myself? But here's my thing. I grew up, I was born 1970, black, mixed black, but grew up southeast, Virginia, Norfolk. Um, and I've always had my own personal preference. I had never been attracted to black women, black girls, going back to my childhood. Um, I had, now it's funny how she is going to point out about it's society that puts these feelings and thoughts in our head. Okay, here I am. I mean, my dad mixed like me, mom mixed too, whatever. But black, the way that they acted, technically, um, but grew up in a black family. Had white relatives too. I'm part white, so got white relatives as well. But a black family growing up, and so I'm curious where I would love to debate this dumb bitch myself, where it's like I grew up in a black household, black family, black relatives, spent most of my life or most of my time as my childhood anyway, as far as the family and the environment for the most part around those black relatives. And my dad even told the story of when I was, when I was a baby before I could even walk. They kept trying to get me to walk, kept trying to get me to walk, and I just didn't want to. And then my dad said, "Yeah, this little white girl, come about your age, I guess, comes walking over." I mean, he wasn't telling me this story. I think, if I remember right, he was telling other relatives, other black friends and family this story. It's like, yeah, Mark has always been prejudiced against black people. Now, here's my thing. Obviously, I didn't learn it from society. Obviously, I didn't learn it from my family and relatives and everything. No, I had my own personal preference. But I mean, I was a freaking baby. And my dad was, toddler, baby, whatever the hell you want to call it, around, I guess, before the age of 2. And my dad said that no, we kept trying to get him to walk. He kept trying to get him to walk, and he wouldn't. But this little white girl comes over, and all of a sudden he grabs his hand, and he got up and started walking. It's like, oh, Mark has always loved white people. And I'm looking at myself, even as a kid, going, I know damn well I'm mixed. I'm looking at my dad was light skinned like me. Mom wasn't exactly black either. So I could see for myself looking at the black relatives. Okay, they're all dark skinned. So obviously we must be mixed with something. This is before all the genetics talk and DNA talk and all that. This was in the 70s. So none of that stuff was talked about back then. And I had my own personal preference. And then, of course, my dad, trying to humiliate me at a family reunion, like, look at, give me your wallet, give me your wallet. And I'm making a short version of the story. And it's like, look at that. It's just all white girls in there. You don't like black girls. And I'm like, I'm allowed to date whoever I want. This was, as I said, this was me as a kid, what, 19? So I was like in the 80s. So we're talking about 82, somewhere around there, 81, 82, somewhere around there. And it's like, I'm allowed to like who I like. But even my dad said, even as a baby, that if the black relatives came near me or black people came near me, I'd cry. But if a white person wanted to hold me or whatever when I was a baby, I'd be like, okay with it. So it wasn't society that taught me that. That was a personal preference. This isn't me telling this story. This is stories from my dad trying to humiliate me, telling relatives and friends this story. So I've always had my own personal preference. So for this bitch to be up here trying to talk that you're racist or something, if you're racist or transphobic or whatever, if you don't want to date somebody like that, fuck you, bitch. It's like, okay, so you're going to say that society, and let me get to the video. Let me get to the video. Because as I said, I would love to debate this bitch.
Would you date someone who's black? Would you date someone who's fat? Would you date someone who's disabled? Now, honestly, I don't know what your answer is to those questions, but I've met a surprising.
Let me rewind that because y'all got to hear this.
Would you date someone who's trans? Would you date someone who's black? Would you date someone who's fat? Would you date someone who's disabled? Now, honestly, I don't know what your answer is to those questions, but I've met a surprising number of people who would say no to all or at least some of them.
Yeah, I definitely say no to some.
Hold on. Because even though it's bright, it's, to me, looking at it, it's bright. And I mean, I know that somebody would say, well, Mark, get a better cameras. Don't use your cam off your your laptop or whatever. I don't care about any of that mess. I grew up simple. Black and white TV, then a color TV. Of course, when the white neighbors and stuff had cable before we did because we didn't exactly have a lot of money. I never cared about any of that. I am a licensed computer tech, got my degree in microcomputer technology. Doesn't mean I love technology to where I need to impress a bunch of dumbass millennials and shit. You can hear me. You can obviously see it. It doesn't matter if it's grainy. I'm a gamer. And somebody had pointed out, I mean, we're talking about going back years, graphics and everything. It's like, dude, if it's PvP and I'm whipping your ass, I don't give a shit whether the rain and the terrain looks freaking real and everything else. I'm still killing you. Oh, hey, well, I'm getting this many frames per second and everything. Doesn't matter. I don't care. Am I still kicking your ass? Yes, right? So who cares how much frames per second that you're getting? It's a video game. I don't need the rain and the terrain to look real. I just need to play the damn thing and kill you. That's all there is to it. But so I don't care about getting a new webcam I may do all that stuff later. I may. But as far as caring about it, I could really care less. I like to keep things simple. I mean, I've had people tell me that my house is kind of, except for all my books and things like that, and weapons and things, that I'm pretty much Spartan. And I'm like, good. When you die, I mean, I've almost died numerous times from surgeries and complications and, Beaumont Army Hospital almost killing me, a couple of times actually. So you can't take it with you. So I could really care less about having a whole bunch of junk. But yeah, I mean, that dumb bitch is going to sit there and say that you're transphobic or racist or you don't like somebody fat or something, and you're allowed your own personal preferences. You can date whoever the hell you want to date. You can like whoever you want to like.
know some.
Our argument is that it's just a preference, and that you.
See, as I said, I would love to debate her because it's one of those. So if I were to ask you that you would date somebody who's older than you, or date somebody who's dark skinned black, or date somebody from China. You are not that bitch is not going to sit here and tell me that everything and everyone I would name she would date. Bullshit. She would get caught herself because there's no way. Oh yeah, I would date I would date whoever. Bullshit. You're lying your ass off. You're not going to date everybody. You're not going to date whoever. We all have our own personal preferences. Everyone. And we're allowed that. Like somebody that says, well, I'm a cat person. I don't have a dog. I'm a cat person. Or I'm a dog person. Oh, so you're a catist? You're a doggist? No, it's called personal fucking preferences.
Can't control who you're attracted to. I think most of the time that this is brought up, it's in regards to race. I'll link to a couple really good videos in the description about racial dating preferences, but in this video, I want to talk about our other biases. Let's start with trans people. Would you date a trans person?
No.
Honestly? Think about it for a second.
No.
Okay, got your answer?
No. I didn't need a second. Thank you.
Well, if you said no, I'm sorry, but that's pretty discriminatory.
I'm done.
He's like,
where you going, nigga? Fuck this shit. There's no discrimination where I said I wouldn't date a person that has a penis. Because that's trans, that's a woman. That's not a woman. That's a woman that can't have kids. Which is a woman plus. In some situations.
I think the main concern that people have in regards to dating a trans person is that they don't have the genitals that they expect. Because
let me see if I can actually adjust this. I mean, it's on my projector, so let me actually see if I can turn down the brightness or whatever, which I really don't want to do because I love the way it looks, but I guess it's too bright for this camera. So let me turn it down some. Okay.
Associate penises with men and vaginas with women. Some people think they could never date a trans man with a vagina or a trans woman with a penis. Gay men often pride themselves on being disgusted by vaginas, and the same goes for lesbian women with penises. But I don't think they're innate at all. My point is, we have implicit biases that we were raised with or that we developed.
No. I wasn't raised with not liking black people or not wanting to date a black woman. I wasn't raised with that. See, as I said, I would love to meet this dumb bitch. It's like, what the hell are you talking about? That was just a personal thing for me. Obviously, I was a baby. So where the hell did I learn as a baby not to really like black people? Where did I learn that? Through society. It's so stupid. Oh my God, you young people today are dumber than dirt. Y'all are seriously just y'all are dumber than dirt.
Over time.
The reason you don't like penises is because society tells you should like penises. That's what I'm saying. So are you saying that gay people aren't born this way, that they're learning to crave cocks? And just like...
See, this is what's great about people like us. Intelligent people. You can't throw at us that society taught us to not want to date someone gay or not to, you can't say that society taught us that and then turn around and go, oh, I was just born this way being gay. You can't have it. I have already posted a few videos like this where it's these damn trans and gay and ABC people that basically want to ride the fence. As long as it suits their agenda, they're this way. The moment you confront them with something that equally goes, like with these guys, it's like, oh, so you could say that society messed with our heads, but society didn't mess with yours. You were born that way. And all of a sudden they will come up with an excuse that puts them on the other side of the fence. See, that's what pisses me off about people like y'all. You young people today, I don't know what the hell. Okay, get back to the video. It pisses me off with the stupidity. I'm glad for these guys being young and intelligent and black. Proud of these guys. But you other ignorant, and here's my thing. Are y'all really that ignorant? Or is it just for YouTube views? I do always wonder about that. If y'all are truly that stupid, if y'all are truly that ignorant, I mean, I'm just, because if you really are, if it's just an act, I'm a sociopath. So I'm like, I'll clap all day. You're fooling people. But if you are truly that ignorant, it's like, we need to euthanize you people. Because y'all act like you're intelligent, but obviously you're not.
Vaginas, that there's something unnatural about gay people. It's societally taught. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, you need to refer to me with my proper pronoun. No, I don't feel attraction towards that genital because it's naturally ingrained in me. It's the equivalent of saying you're socially ingrained to being gay. By men not wanting vaginas and being gay, you're saying that these guys are being discriminatory. If I accept the fact that gay men are gay because of birth and all of that stuff and they're not being taught, then how can you tell me that I'm being taught to be straight and taught to want a vagina?
Because these gay and trans dumbass freaking people want to play both sides of the coin. They want to ride the fence. They want what they want and screw whatever you want. We are, oh my God, we're allowed our personal choices, but you're not. Like, what the? I've seen other videos about that. I have seen other videos where they have confronted straight people and literally, oh, you're transphobic, or you hate gays because you won't date a gay person. And then when the same question is put back on them, it's like, oh, don't turn this around. I was asking you. Okay, well, okay, here's my thing. So go up to a gay person and go, oh, okay, you're gay, right? So you wouldn't date a woman then. You wouldn't date a straight person then. Oh, well, no, because I'm gay. Well, then you're straightophobic, or whatever the hell the word would be. It's like, you can't have your own personal choices, but say that I can't. I'm telling you, these people need to be euthanized. They really do. We need to create these suicide booths. We need to legalize suicide. Because I think these people are mentally unstable, mentally broken. And if we were to legalize suicide, I think they would voluntarily go to one of these suicide booths. I really think they would, by the droves, because obviously they're broken.
If I see someone that is cis and is dating a trans, I'm not gonna be like, what are you doing? Nah, do you, boo boo? I don't care. Someone says to me, I would never date a black person. Okay. Personally, me, I prefer to date black women. Go ahead. It's not a discriminatory thing. These people, there are certain cultural aspects that I prefer that I normally find in black women. In the same way, some men would prefer to date someone who's not trans as a result of finding certain physical features and certain upbringing features that only someone who's born as a human would have.
But I think that people are more than their genitals. I think that you can feel attraction to someone without knowing what's between their legs. And if you were to say that you're only attracted to people with vaginas or people with penises, it really feels like you're reducing people just to their genitals.
That's not what they're saying. That's not what they're saying. Argument. What they're saying is, I want to build a long-lasting relationship with somebody or have a sexual relationship with certain people, there are certain things I would look for. For example,
I completely agree with that. Just like I have a hard time wanting to date or be with somebody who smokes. That's a personal preference of mine. My parents smoked. My parents were chain smokers. It was nasty. It was gross. That's the reason why I really just have a preference not to date somebody who smokes. Just like my parents were both bad alcoholics, very bad alcoholics. Dad was an abusive alcoholic. So it's one of the reasons why I basically, I really don't drink. I've got my friend. I mean, it's like I may have like that shot of tequila or something like that, or that one Budweiser, that I'll buy or something, but, and then we're talking one in like a month, maybe. That's basically all I could say. But as far as somebody who drinks a lot, I mean, just in the last 3 years, how many women that I broke up with because I found out that they smoked or that they were alcoholics. I have a serious problem with that because I grew up with alcoholic parents. That's a personal choice. I grew up with the excuses for my dad's abuse. I grew up the excuses for my mom's drinking and her bad behavior. So me being late 40s now, I don't have time nor the patience for fucking dumbass excuses. I don't have time for, and I already know somebody's going to try and say, well, you don't know what they've been through or whatever. Again, I grew up with an abusive father. I grew up with alcoholic parents, chain smoking parents. I've been around alcoholism my entire life. I have been in very bad situations, very bad, as far as with my life, emotional things that have happened, the ex-wife being an evil bitch and everything else. I've been in those situations. I could care less what your excuse is. Well, Mark, you don't know what they went through or whatever. Do you have any idea what I've been through? And you haven't seen me turn to drugs or alcohol. Well, not everybody's like you. Not everybody's, you know what? Don't give me that crap. Do not give me the excuses. I am nowhere more, I'm not Superman. So I am no more of some superhuman, that has special powers to avoid things than you. I'm human in this body. I am human. So don't give me fucking excuses because I'm not going to listen to them. That's just my own personal choice. I'm allowed to date or like whoever the hell I want. I'm divorced. So it's my personal choice if I don't want to date somebody that drinks, if I don't want to date somebody that smokes, it's my personal choice. I mean, I don't mind the CBD oil or things like that, but smoking, I have a personal problem with it. I don't want the stuff on my clothes. I don't want to be kissing an ashtray. It's personal choices.
5'5". Am I to tell them that they're wrong for doing that? No, that's just their preference, and it is shallow, and it's okay. I don't give a fuck. Date what you want, but don't tell me that because I don't want to date trans people because they have a penis or used to have a penis that I'm somehow transphobic. That's ridiculous.
Yo, you want to eat that spider?
No, I don't want to eat a spider.
Why don't you want to eat a spider, man?
I don't eat bugs, nigga.
Like you got arachnophobia? Is that what it is? So what it is, huh? You would have put a spider in your mouth the same way you would have put a dick in your mouth, huh? That makes you transphobic, huh? You don't want to put a spider in your mouth. That makes you transphobic.
I'm not interested in spiders. I'm not interested in dick.
Okay.
I don't like. I'm not afraid of them.
So what it is? It shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter. It's just a dick. If you see a lady and she happens to have a dick, you don't want to put that dick in your mouth. You transphobic. You scared? You scared? Huh? 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 Huh?
The idea of transphobia denotes that I'm afraid of something. I'm not afraid of trans people. I just wouldn't date them.
It really feels like you're reducing people just to their genitals. You're kind of objectifying them, but you're thinking of them more.
I'm objectifying someone because I wouldn't, because see how I'm telling you, I really just would love to confront this dumbass. She's a fucking dumbass. No, I'm allowed my own personal choices. I don't read Dear Abby because I wouldn't read it. I don't read Anne Rice novels because I just wouldn't read it. I mean, seriously, you're trying to label everything. That's what's wrong. See, that's why we need to definitely keep calling you people the ABC people, because you're trying to label everything. And it's funny because these are the same people that say they hate labels. I find that so funny. These are the people who hate labels but want to label every damn thing.
as genitals than objects. So I guess you're kind of genitalifying that it isn't a deal breaker.
To you. It's not a deal breaker to you.
And the way that we talk about potentially dating trans people has a lot in common with the way we discuss other preferences. Saying that you're not attracted to fat people isn't innate. It's informed by a society that tells you that.
No. We are allowed our own. I love thick women. Love curvy women. Fucking love curvy women. I'm afraid I'll break a skinny woman in half. I mean, seriously. So I love thick women, but it doesn't mean that I hate skinny women. It doesn't mean, that oh my God, what is wrong with you young people today? I can't even.
Being thin is ideal.
No! Listen, there is an evolutionary basis in finding people that are physically fit. Women like bigger, larger men, not because they're just powerful, but because it meant something for their survival. So those were the traits that they found desirable. Fat people have always been seen.
Okay, let me point something out then. So why do all these fucking hot-ass lipstick lesbians get...
For reasons, either glutinous reasons, for disease reasons, you're at way more health risk. That doesn't make for an ideal partner if you are substantially overweight. I think a lot of people want to blame a lot of things.
Or these idiots, might as well call them the idiot generations, haven't attacked like Zombieland, the first movie. How they said, you got to be in shape and everything because, these zombies run and they try to kill you. I'm surprised they didn't call them, oh my God, they're attacking fat people. No, because it's fact. You're not really going to see too many overweight fat people running away from those in those movies where the fast zombies. You're not really going to see fat people running. It's just, you got to have your cardio up, And so, yeah, but I'm surprised. I'm seriously surprised that they haven't attacked. Or even with the new movie that's coming out, looked like everybody seemed pretty fit. Huh? So I'm curious why there are no fat survivalists. Probably not. I hate to tell you, food would be scarce. And again, your endurance isn't up. So, and you can't run that fast for a good period of time because of your endurance. So, yeah, I don't really think there'd be any fat people in Zombieland.
Evolution has on us as human beings. And I think that's
is beautiful and fat is ugly. If you find someone attractive.
Whoa. Here again, dumb bitch. See, y'all grew up with all this media bullshit and everything else. We didn't. So what's our excuse? We didn't grow up with all that media stuff. We only had 3 channels plus PBS. We didn't have any of that stuff growing up. And what about the generations before that? My mom and dad, my grandparents, great-grandparents. They didn't have any of that societal, media influence bullshit. You fuckers do. This stuff was created during my generation. So we didn't really grow up with that junk to be influenced by it. You all did. So for you to throw it out there that the majority of society, was influencing things, we didn't have any of that. Again, oh my God, I would love to debate your dumb ass because you're fucking stupid.
And really enjoy spending time with them, there's no reason why their weight should be a factor.
I met somebody, they ride a bike. I have to consider the danger of that. Does it mean that I make it the deal breaker? No. Well, these are things I take into consideration, as you should with your partner. If you care about them, you should look at their weight, especially
look at him.
To a point.
He's just already like, oh my God.
You should definitely take that into consideration. Am I crazy? Why? Because you're still watching this shit.
Yeah, see, Preach already has the attitude of fuck this bitch. He's like, am I crazy? Yes, because you're still watching this piece of shit. I'm doing it because it just, oh my God. Oh my God, what is, oh fuck.
We have to dissect it. No, we don't. When people say dumb shit, you have to
it's all been dumb. It's all been dumb. I know, thank you very much. Okay.
And lastly, let's talk about disabled people. Disabilities come in a very wide range, from being deaf to being in a wheelchair to only having one arm. And I think it's pretty ridiculous to say that you couldn't be attracted to any person who has any of those disabilities. Disabilities can happen.
I have a broad spectrum. This is coming from my friends growing up. This is, past, present, it's like, Mark, you really have a broad spectrum of the women that you're attracted to. I do. But I still have my own personal preferences. Even though, my ex-wife, I do. She goes, you really would be capable of dating, a lot of different types of women. Again, also, that's true. But it still doesn't mean that I do not have my own personal preferences. I do have my own personal preferences. And I'm not going to have somebody tell me that I can't. We have freedom in this country. I'm allowed to like who I like, date who I want to date. I'm allowed to eat the foods I want to eat. What is wrong with these people? What the hell is wrong with these? I don't. Why have we not euthanized these people? They're fucking broken. And I'm waiting for that one idiot that may catch my video that'll turn around and go, oh no, you're broken. No, because I could sit here and debate every damn thing. These people are just, I'm telling you, there's no way that she's serious. There's whatever. And it's not being discriminatory from what I'm saying, because she's pissed me off now. It's just, she's pissed me off, and no. Because there's no way that she can even sit with a serious face and say that she doesn't have personal preferences. Bullshit. We all do. Everyone does. Unless you really are that lonely, male, female, whatever, ABC, whatever, unless you were that person, that person where you literally can't find anybody to date and therefore you're fucking desperate and shit. Actually, no, even then, they'd still have personal preferences. Because even some of my, totally fucked up friends, let's just take one of my male friends, for instance. He was completely fucked up as far as just his personality, everything. No girl wanted to date him. But he still had personal preference. It didn't change that they still had their own personal preferences. One of my friends, he never had a girlfriend. Boy, never had a girlfriend, ever. But it didn't change that he was all of a sudden going to be desperate and just date. He was attracted to girls that were stripper hot. That's what he was attracted to. He could never get one of them, but he was attracted to that type. He never had a girlfriend at all. So obviously he was lonely and watched a lot of porn. He admitted that shit a lot. But it didn't mean that he was desperate and was going to date somebody that he was not attracted to. We're all allowed our own personal preferences.
To anyone, someone you're extremely attracted to today could become disabled tomorrow, and that shouldn't make your attraction to them disappear. So
that's a little different. That's kind of a little different. If you fall, because that it has nothing to do with disability even. That's just, you fall in love with a person here, and then all of a sudden the person changed to a whole other person than the person you were dating or were married. You're allowed to break up with that person. If my ex-wife had been honest about the changes that she was going through, if she had admitted and been honest that she was changing into this whole other bride the whole time, which still made no sense, but she didn't allow me to have my own personal preference. She took that choice away from me.
It might not be because of them, but rather because you have some preconceived ideas about disabled people that are just inaccurate and harmful. Unsurprisingly, this is another case of the media telling you that a certain group isn't attractive.
There's nobody telling me that women in wheelchairs are fine. I've never seen that ad. I'd be like, deaf people, they're kind of retarded. That's not something that passes on TV. You just recognize that there's difficulties with dating people who are disabled, and you can overcome those and fight through that relationship. The same way, if I meet somebody with a child, that is definitely something you have to consider when you date them. So this idea that
I've had a problem trying to date somebody who's had children, or date somebody who's got like a whole bunch of children, or somebody who has there are a lot of women, especially in the last 3 years, when I, divorced my evil ex-wife and everything, that one of them who asked me to marry her, I'm not going to say her name, but asked me to marry her, and she's got 3 kids. I knew the oldest one. I knew her. She's the child of another friend of mine. So I knew the oldest, but the other 2, I didn't know them. And then they were, just coming from the friend telling me that her kids were evil ass brats. I'd be on the phone with her, and the children are cursing her out. And I'm like, why would I be with you? These are your kids. If you can't handle your own kids, I ain't going into that situation. But she got mad at me because I wouldn't get into a relationship with her because she had kids. Just like one of my friends who, has a lot of animals. I didn't want to be in a relationship. Again, personal choices. I've got my 3 animals. That's it. Well, 2 animals, 1 arachnid. But that's it. I don't know if I can count my turtles outside because they're actual wild turtles, but they live in my yard and I feed them and everything else and stuff. Or my geckos and my lizards that I take around, got a whole like wildlife reserve out there. But that's it. I'm not going to be with somebody who's got, a whole bunch of kids or a whole bunch of animals, or that's again, personal choices. And I've had somebody tell me, well, what if somebody told you that they wouldn't date you? Well, I really wouldn't care. it's like, seriously, you stupid young people today take everything way too damn, maybe not these 2. So I can't say all of them. I can't put it in the context of all of them. But like the dumb chick and some of these other idiots out there, I just can't. I don't know, again, why we haven't euthanized you people. These damn democrats are relying on y'all to keep them in office because they feed into your delusions.
Conceived notions that people see difficulties are difficulties, and it's the equivalent of you saying you don't see color.
No,
I do see color. Sorry. I'm allowed that.
You have to take that into consideration, understand what that means. If I met a girl and she wants to pretend like my skin color didn't matter, I'll be like, no, but you do have to understand, because you have to understand how I navigate the world and the difficulty of stuff I deal with. So that's why a lot of what this person is saying is dangerous stuff.
So by working on ourselves to dispel that idea, we can make the world a more welcoming and loving place for everybody, no matter how they look. This video is a part of my...
No. See, that's something else about you idiots like her. Whatever. We can make this a better place for everybody. Y'all's generation is so beyond retarded. You give way too many examples of why y'all should be euthanized. Way too many examples. This whole that everybody needs to be included and everybody's a winner. You can't please everybody. No wonder y'all have such a high suicide rate. No wonder y'all have such high depression amongst your kind. It's because y'all live in a world that y'all think there's some better world out there. You will never be able to please everyone. Period. I don't even know why y'all have this fantasy. Where are y'all getting this bullshit from? You will never be able to please everybody. So when they say everybody, I just want to backhand the hell out of them. What the hell you will never, ever be able to please everyone. Do you Do you please everybody in your immediate fucking family? More than likely not. Not the majority of the world. No. Because obviously you may not like your brother. You may not like your sister. You may hate your dad. Or even let's extend the family. Do you like everybody in your extended family? Seriously doubt it. That's my question to you idiots that say, oh, we all can get along. Really? So you have that uncle that we all know that everybody has that uncle, or that everybody has that cousin that they all don't talk about or they all don't like. So don't sit here and say that everybody gets along, or we need a world that's perfect where everybody gets along. Because bullshit. If you can't even say that about your own family, immediate and extended, then you can't make that comment for the entire damn planet. It'll never work. Ever. I don't like ghetto black people. I don't. I mean, we're talking ebonics, we're talking ignorance, whether it's by choice. Actually, I'd have to say it's all by choice. I mean, I would love anybody to dare me as far as confront me about what I'm saying about that. Because when I was in school, there was a whole other story. I'm not even going to get into it, but I'll make another video about it someday. Really should start just from the beginning and work my way up. Just seriously, just backslap. Just you dumbasses today. Y'all are, oh my God, y'all are so stupid. You stupid millennials, you liberals, you democrats. Y'all are just broken. Seriously broken.
My Feminism with Riley series that I'm doing in collaboration with Everyday Feminism, a website dedicated to helping you stand up.
Now it's funny. This is a guy. This is a trans. The fuck do you know about being a woman? You're not one. You weren't born one. Well, I feel like it. No, that because a white person trying to say that they think or believe that they're black, you don't know what it's like. You don't. You're not black. You don't look it. You're not it. So you know you. Oh, I've been around black people my whole life, but you're still white. I've had. I've been in that situation with these wiggers, these white wannabe black people. And it's like, in the end, you're still white. You're not black. So you have no idea what it's like to be black. Just like this dumbass bitch. You're not a woman. You don't have a period. Oh, but I know I do. No, you don't. You don't have a fucking period. You may believe you do, which means you need to be euthanized because you're fucking insane. But no, you don't have ovaries. You don't have a uvula. You don't have a vagina. You don't have any of that stuff down there. You're not a woman. So no, you don't know what it's like to be a woman. You don't have a fucking period. You don't have PMS. You don't have. Oh my God. No matter how badly I would love to be a dragon, it doesn't mean that I'm going to be one. Just. Oh my God. Why are we tolerating you people? Why? Why are we tolerating you fucking idiots? See, growing up and all this stuff, I guess somewhere in the 90s, not growing up, but somewhere in the 90s, when all this shit started to kind of come out, everybody was like, oh, we're just ignoring them. We're just ignoring them. We're just ignoring them. Now you dumbasses have YouTube channels and everything else, and you're just screaming and screaming and screaming and screaming and look at me, look at me, look at me. And now we're starting to realize, or not me, I was like, we should have put a stop to these bitches a long time ago. No, don't get all. They're just barking in the wind. Everybody will ignore them. And now they're like controlling fucking politics. AO dumbass C and shit. Maxine Waters, her dumbass. All these fucking fucktards are now getting into politics and fucking up everything. Now I'm hearing the people who said I can't even. I can't even.
Do and break down everyday oppression.
I don't know what to tell you. This video was full of misinformation. The person had no solutions because she was making up data
Yep.
information that's not real. And science doesn't back up what she says. So that's it for today's video. Be sure to share, like, subscribe, comment, leave comments because we read it, but we never reply. If you guys want to follow us, we got a YouTube, Instagram, Patreon, all that stuff. You know, share it. Tell them. Boom.
Boom.
Ciao.
Yeah, I like those guys. Oh my God. To all you ABC, gay, lesbian, trans, whatever people out there, we are allowed our own personal preferences, just like you are. You're allowed your own personal preferences. We don't give a damn about your personal preferences, but for some stupid fucking reason, you care about ours. I don't understand that shit. Just stay in your own lane, deal with your own lives and your own personal issues and crap, and leave us alone. We don't care that you're gay. What I care about, me personally, I can't say we, but what I care about personally is when y'all are out there doing the dumb shit that y'all do, when y'all say, when you bait with your actions and your words and all that, when you're literally going like, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me, I'm dancing and I'm gay. That kind of shit pisses me off because I would do the same damn thing if it was one of my fucked up friends. I'd be like, yo, get your fucking ass back over here. Nobody cares about your shit. Shut up. I would do that to my own personal friends. So I'm curious why you fucking gay and it's funny because it's all of that group, that entire group that does that dumb shit. That whole me culture and shit. That's the shit that pisses me off. And the funny thing is you say that we do it. No, we really don't care. We don't. But just be you. Just lead your personal lives and just have good times in your personal lives. You don't need to be out doing the dumb shit you're doing. I just, oh my God. All right, I'm gonna cut this video off now. It went on way much longer like all my videos do, but hey, at least I got it under an hour. That I can at least say. Love y'all. We'll talk to y'all later. Peace.